So the experience of life having a center or a source to it is an illusion. That's basically it. That's basically the message. Communication is that there's just life, there's just what is, there's just what's happening. It's boundless, it's alive, it's totally utterly free. It drives cars, it eats food, it snorts cocaine. I'm not talking about this unit right now. This one drives cars and eats, but it doesn't do coke. It procreates, it does everything that happens. Everything that happens is this boundlessness. And yet within that, there's the experience of a contracted center in the body, a me, a self. And that creates a presupposed limitation or demarcation. Now all of a sudden there's an actual source or center in the body. And it's not actually true, but there's the experience of it. And it's very felt. And ultimately, there's nothing any individual can do about this. It's only through the recognition or the description of wholeness that suddenly wholeness, because it's not the individual that does this, wholeness recognizes, oh, I'm not an individual. And that's not an achievement. That's not enlightenment. There's no enlightenment. Enlightenment is a proxy term. I don't want to say there's no enlightenment. It's a term. Don't get too married to it, basically. But all there is wholeness. Regardless of whether or not there's the experience of a contracted center in that body, the experience of a contracted center in that body is also wholeness in that form. You can't get out of it. There's no outside or opposite or other than wholeness. Somewhere or other there may be a readiness to hear this, but it doesn't come from anywhere. No one's in charge of this. Again, there are no enlightened human beings. There's no such thing. Enlightenment is the end of you. So you'll never get enlightened. You disappear and what's left is enlightenment. And when that's realized, it's suddenly obvious that there wasn't anything else. There wasn't anything else. This, what is wholeness, is utterly simple, utterly ordinary, utterly plain and free. It's only the individual with this contracted story and its experience of itself that is looking for a complicated answer to life. There has to be a solution. There has to be something that makes all of this make sense for me. It's looking for some kind of positive meaning. The individual, Jim Newman describes it, the individual as a positivity in the body. It's a positivity, it's a positive charge, and it's looking for more positivity. And it'll never find, what it's looking for is never-ending positivity, or that's what it thinks it's looking for. I'm looking for a never-ending, perfect situation that's going to satisfy me. What it's really looking for is wholeness. And the one thing it'll never find is wholeness. Because wholeness is all there is. So you'll never discover it. You'll never become enlightened in that sense. This is utterly beyond our personal personal perception of what we think we have to do to get there. The message is, this is already it. No matter what appears, how it appears, how briefly or how long it lasts, all of it is only an appearance. It's just energy appearing in that form. This is just energy appearing in this form. The ambulance across from me is just energy in that form. There's no individual in there driving it, just like there's no individual here driving it. Driving this car.